So apparently we're doing tag videos now. I know, I'm as surprised as you are. I genuinely can't remember the last time I did one of those. It might have been this exact tag years ago, which feels somehow fitting. Like finding an old pair of jeans in the back of the wardrobe and discovering they still technically fit. Even if you're not entirely sure, you should be wearing them. This is the I'm still a BookTube newbie tag. Which is funny, considering I've been making videos online for as long as some of my subscribers were probably old enough to have a YouTube account when I started. Let's do it anyway. This video was created by... Oh. Okay, 1 minute, I'll be back.
Chronicles by Patrick Rothfuss. Yes, I'm cheesy. So much to...
First question. Why do you still consider yourself a newbie? Honestly, because everyone is. That's the answer. You're always new to someone. People discover your channel every day. They watch one video, maybe subscribe, maybe stick around, maybe disappear forever. The audience changes, you change, your platform changes. The books you're interested in change drastically. The person who made videos 10 years ago is not the same person making videos today. I've learned that there isn't really a finish line where someone hands you a certificate and says, "Congratulations, you're officially a veteran booktuber." You just keep going. And ever so often, somebody discovers your channel and like, "Hey, I found a new channel." And I sit here thinking, yeah, I've been here for a decade, but I appreciate it. It means people are still interested. And I think that's the key point. Question 2. Who were some of your greatest inspirations for joining BookTube? I genuinely don't know anymore. Most of them aren't around. Actually, if not all of them. That's one of the strange things about being here on YouTube or BookTube for so long. The people I watched when I started, those channels are gone, deleted, abandoned, private. Last upload 8 years ago. No explanation, no goodbye, just silence. And it's a little bit sad. You spend years watching someone's content and one day you interact with them every day. They interact with every video and then they're simply not there anymore. I suppose that's one of the realities of online spaces. Nothing really lasts forever. And I think that's true of every website, whatever. Nothing truly lasts forever. Question 3. What surprised you the most after joining BookTube? Oh boy, how much of it has absolutely nothing to do with books? When I first joined, I was incredibly naive. I genuinely thought everyone's here because they love reading. What I discovered was something much closer to high school. You had cliques, you still do, you have popular tables, you have people deciding who's in and who's not, who's hot right now and who isn't. You have people, and had people, especially me, who were incredibly friendly when they thought you could give something to them, get something from you, and suddenly much less friendly when you couldn't. You had people who view every creator as competition. You have people who only interact with you if they thought there was something to gain. Not everyone. I've met some genuinely really cool people. And genuinely interesting people too. I'd be lying if I said the clicky side of YouTube, BookTube, didn't exist. It exists. It's always existed and it always will. Because it absolutely does. Question 4. What lessons have you learned since joining BookTube? Do your own thing. That's the big one. Seriously, that's the biggest lesson. Stop trying to impress people. Stop trying to fit into groups that wouldn't piss on you if you're on fire. Stop changing your content because someone on Twitter thinks you're doing it wrong. The right people eventually find you and you find them. It's a much more organic process. The other lesson? If somebody you've never spoken to starts telling you how amazing you are every 5 minutes on social media, proceed with caution. Experience has taught me that excessive flattery is often attached to an invoice. I've learnt that the shocking amount of discourse around books isn't actually about the books anymore. It's got worse. I will say it's about politics, it's about outrage, it's about engagement, it's about finding the next thing to be angry about. Authors behaving badly. And look, some people can talk about whatever they want, that's their channel. But there are creators whose entire identities seem to revolve around finding something problematic every week. Every book, every author, every conversation, every topic. And after a while it becomes exhausting, and I don't know how they have the energy for it. I'm like, you do you, girl, but my god, I'm tired. That's being real. At some point, you start wondering whether they actually enjoy reading at all, or if they're just farming outrage because outrage pays better than enthusiasm. Actually, going by some Discord servers, they're farming outrage because it's a paycheck. There are also people who deliberately read books they know they're going to hate and then spend 45 minutes telling everyone how much they hated it. Every week for years. You know exactly who I'm talking about. Which sounds like an incredibly miserable way to engage with reading. Let's be real. Question 5. What do you fear? What fears do you still have about your channel? Honestly, not many anymore. I used to worry about views, growth, opinions, drama, whether people like me, whether I was fitting in. I don't care anymore. If somebody doesn't enjoy my content, that's fine. If someone doesn't like me, that's a them problem, not a me problem. There are millions of videos on YouTube. Go find one you enjoy. Life's too short. Most of my concerns now are actually about YouTube itself, because let's be honest, this platform is changing, and it's changing fast. Algorithms, rules, features disappearing, entire communities disappearing. One day, all of this could be gone. That's probably the only thing that worries me. Question 6. What kind of content would you like to create that you haven't yet? Now this one I don't have an answer for, because I've done a lot of stuff. I've done talking head videos, I've done podcasts, I've done video essays, I've done reviews, discussions. I've talked about books, movies, games, pop culture, writing, collecting, nostalgia, internet culture, whatever randomly wandered into my brain. At this point, this channel has become whatever interests me at this particular moment, which honestly is probably healthier. Question 7. Who have been some of your greatest supporters of your channel? There are people that regularly comment, there are people that have been here since the beginning, there have been people here for a few years. You know who you are. Some of you have been commenting for so long that I can't actually remember the first video we interacted together with. Literal years. There are names that pop up in my comment section that I instantly recognise, and I genuinely appreciate that. Because YouTube can sometimes feel like shouting into a void. Then someone leaves a thoughtful comment and suddenly it feels like a conversation again. I also appreciate every person who's joined memberships and Patreon. And yeah, support helps, let's be honest. But mostly the conversations are different. They're vastly different. They're more relaxed, less performative, less guarded. Just people talking about books and life and whatever happens to come up. And yeah, that's a shameless plug. And I'm not above a shameless plug. Question 8. Tag your favourites. No, I'm not tagging anyone. If you've watched this video and you want to do this tag, consider yourself tagged. That's how we're doing this. Make the video, tag me and say hello. Nothing else. And if nothing else, maybe if you're interested in how your answers change over time. I'm curious actually. What would you say after being here for so long? Because mine definitely has. Decade ago, for newbie tag, I looked back at it, I was not the same person. I looked at this tag that I did, still a BookTube newbie, and it was very different. My answers were very different. And honestly, I think that's a good thing. A lot's changed. 10 years, people, 10 years. Less hair on my head and more grey hair in my beard. It's great. So, leave a comment, join the conversation, have fun. Tag me if you do this video. And if you want to support this channel, shameless plug time, Patreon, channel memberships. You can also check out Substack for written stuff. But I'll leave this one here. Here's to the next 10 years, I hope.